Hey Scorpio, it's Lisa with Heart of Inspiration, and I'm here, Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising, for your July 2021 general reading. So let's see what this month has in store, shall we? And it starts right now. Hello there, how are you guys? Welcome to July. July 2021 is Divine Month. I have declared it to be such, okay? So we are going to just tap into everything divine. We're going to tap into our divinity itself, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more in just a here. So we're doing this for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising. And hey, don't forget, please like, subscribe, and share. Do all the things. Clickety click. Do all the things. All right. So what we're going to do, for those of you that haven't been with me before, welcome. For those of you who have been with me for a while and your current subscribers, welcome back. We're going to use a couple of different oracle decks, and then we're going to also clarify with a tarot deck. So what I have over here is the Goddess Power deck. We're going to pull one card from her just to see what our divine goddesses have to say to us, darlings. And then we're going to pull two cards from the Awakened Soul deck over here. Love that deck. Love, love, love. And then we're going to clarify with this Light Seers Tarot. If you guys haven't grabbed that one, oh my gosh, that is a must. So I'm going to move them over here. So let's get started with the Goddess Power. So this is going to be for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising, July of 2021. Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising, July of 2021. What do we have here, goddesses? Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising. We have Nike, Ambition, Love. You know, July is really an activation month, I feel like, for a lot of us. We're really moving into purpose. We're moving into power. We have Sovereignty for one of the cards. Purpose, power, all of that wonderful stuff. One more card, please. Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising. One more card, please. Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising. One more card. And then we have Meditate. Ooh, I'm liking this. Scorpios, my Scorpios, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is the initial what I'm getting from the Oracle decks here. You've had a number of endeavors. You've had a number of projects. You've had career decisions to make, family decisions to make, friends, all of these things, entrepreneurial, all of these different pieces, purpose. These like things that have been Gemini saying hello. And then now Gemini saying goodbye. Go on, baby. Okay. A number of different purpose items coming up, right? And you've felt this like a need. You know, you guys are the transformers. Some of you have begun to walk in that transformative power and begun your rising up from the ashes as the phoenix, and the transmutation and transformation that it's going to take to execute the ambition. Some of you are just now starting to do that. And for a number of you, if you have started, it's kind of like, okay, we're going to have to maybe change course a little bit. We're going to have to consider this a little bit. Whatever the case is you're kind of in this, I don't want to say quandary, but you are in this status of perhaps like, not quite sure exactly what to do, right? Not quite sure exactly where to go. What I'm hearing Spirit say, what I'm hearing the goddess Nike say, right? So Nike, as all of us know, right? The Nike mantra, if you will, is just do it, right? Just go for your ambitions. Just go for what you know. Just do it. This is where the sovereignty and then meditation comes in. This is literally sovereignty, to be a sovereign. If you guys know anything about, for instance, different countries where there is still royalty and royalty still reigns, right? in some capacity. They're called the sovereign. There's rulership. Sovereign. What are you reigning over? Who are you internally? Do you know who you are internally? Do you have an inner who and what you are as a divine being, as a spiritual being having a human experience and all that comes along with it? Do you have that understanding? And are you ready to reign solely reign over your life and over your world? Are you ready to take sovereignty over your life, over your ambitions, over your future, over your present? Are you ready to now transmute in a sovereign way what energies have occurred or been programmed within you, thought processes and all that of the past, so you can now rule and reign over it, and it doesn't rule and reign over you? Who has the sovereignty in your world? Who has that? And for a lot of us, what we're going to need to do is go into deep meditation and connecting higher self to universe, right? Because we're already connected. We're a part of, right? We are an aspect of the universe having this human experience. So connecting there, because that whole timeline or choice of timelines is going on all at the same time. We have this going on down here. So the concept is, if you can decide and make this sovereign decision up here, what's happening, you then are able to create the edict. You're able to say, you know, let it be written, let it be done, right? You are able to say, so it shall be, or so shall it be, in your third dimensional realm, and then take control over the situation. Scorpios, for some of you, you've lost control because you've been going through so many transformations. You're not letting one stick. But you've got, and not letting one come into full fruition and come into full bloom and really take ownership of the status of where, the energetic status of where you are. You have these ambitions, you have these desires, you have these ideas, you have all of this at your fingertips, and you know what you know what you know. The problem is, though, that you're not reigning over any one of them at any given time long enough for the energy to kind of like marinate and percolate, and then for it to actually come into full bloom and come into fruition, for you to actually get the harvest from that. You know, when a queen or a king makes a decision and creates the edict, they go on and they hear from all of their advisors and they take all of this under consideration, but then they make the rule as sovereign and they stick to it. When they decree and declare something, they have weighed it all and then they stick to it. And they stick to it and let it sit long enough for there to be some type of energetic recompense. Right? You got to see how it's going to play out in the third dimensional realm while maintaining your status of, this is who I am. This is what I have decreed and declared in my life, and I'm not moving away from it. And staying in the meditative state, in other words, kind of in a consistent conversation, but then going deep within and choosing some times during the day to go deep within or go deep above and do the self-check and making minor tweaks, but still saying, this is who I am. You know, you can't change. The need for transformation cannot override the need to see it through to harvest, through completion. Because otherwise, all you're doing is continually, if you will, shape-shifting, and you're never like sitting long enough to see what happens. It's kind of like, okay, well, I'm going to lose weight, or I've been on a weight loss journey lately, right? And so, again, And every once in a while, we go through we pick it back up and we go through and we lose some more weight, and we lose some more, whatever. That would be like me saying, okay, I want to lose XYZ number of pounds, but I only change my eating habits for 5 days. Or I only change my eating habits for 10 days. Because I lose like a bunch of water weight at first, and a bunch of stuff drops off, right? A bunch of weight, just water weight, whatever drops off. But then I hit a little minor plateau, and maybe for like days 9 and 10, I'm not losing any. I've been losing a little bit here and there the whole time through days 1 through 8. And so the transformation has started because I've started losing weight, but I'm not seeing it through to completion. You cannot continue to transform just for the sake of transformation. There has to be an end goal, and this is then the end goal is fulfilling the ambition that you have. And as you're transforming, you have to begin to come into the space where you are truly ruling and reigning, where you truly are comfortable with who you are and get to know who you are in that level. And a lot of that grounding then happens through meditation and then direction on how we're going to tweak it. Now let's get some clarification here from the Light Seers Tarot. So first card is energy that's coming towards us in July. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay, that's great. I'm going to talk about that because it's got the Fibonacci, right? Cycle there. This energy you're bringing to the table, the Six of Cups. That's good. Let's get energy that could be a potential, like, oh my gosh, obstacle for us is this Three of Cups. What's going to help us overcome that is going to be the Six of Swords, and then outcome or advice here is King of Wands. I really like this reading for you guys. Now listen, I'm going to consult Spirit for a hot second here. I want you to stick with me. There's a little bit of a break here. I want you to watch this and how you can participate in Divine Month in July. Hey there, beloved. Listen, I just want to take a quick moment to talk to you about a really important event that's happening at the end of July, July 24th and 25th. It's called the Unleash Your Divine event. So, and I'm hosting it. I'm facilitating it. How fabulous is that? Over 2 days, you know what we're going to do? We're going to help you unleash your divine. And for some of you, I'm pretty sure you're like, well, what does that mean and why would I want to do that? Listen, we all have divinity within us. We are all gods and goddesses, small g. We are all divine, small d, of source, of creator, of God. We are all a part of that. And it's time right here, right now, for you to finally let that loose and create the world, right? Create the world that you desire to live in. You deserve to live in, that you were always meant to live in. So what I want you to do is go to my website, www.heartofinspiration.net, and I want you to click on the box that's going to pop up. It's going to say, I'm ready to unleash. If you're ready to unlock all of the secrets for abundance, happiness, peace, joy, all of these things, and live a divine life, then I want you to go there right now. I want you to register right now. It's only $222. That's nothing for a lifetime of joy, of peace, of abundance. Unleash your divine with me. Let's live the life that we were always meant to. www.heartofinspiration.net. All right, Scorpio, thank you so much. So let's take a peek. You see, I've pulled some cards here for us, but we're going to go over these individually, all right? So we have coming towards us the Ace of Swords. Spirit is giving you a new way to view your ambitions, a new way to view your sovereignty, some changing and transmuting and transforming, right, your innermost thoughts about self and how to operate in order to fulfill your ambitions. What Spirit's also doing through this new way of viewing yourself and new way of thought, removing this thought process of I cannot succeed, I cannot find victory, I've been doing this over and over and over again, and I keep changing, I keep transforming, and I'm not getting victory. Well, that's because we're not letting things sit and simmer and actually come to fruition. And this Ten of Swords also then tells us that what's going to happen here is this, we're closing this chapter on self-destruction. You know, this is right after the Nine of Swords with all the anxiety and the worry and the angst. So what this is doing is a beautiful opportunity now for you to begin to change that and alter that and come out of this anxiety. Like the anxiousness and the worry, there's a reason for it, yes, but we can't sit in it because it renders us immovable. It renders us like completely like just stuck, and we get paralyzed by fear and by doubt and by worry and shame, rather than moving forward and really embracing, hey, I own this. I can make this change. I can make this work. Babe, move. So, okay. Now, we've got the Six of Cups here as the energy you're bringing towards the whole scene. This means you're going to be reviewing, like there's going to be some nostalgia. There's going to be some areas where you're like, you know what, this did work. And there's going to be some people that have been here and have helped you and all these things. And maybe, you know, with this Five of Wands, maybe there was some falling outs. Maybe there were some issues that occurred. Maybe there were some arguments or differences of opinion and whatnot. But this King of Pentacles says you're going to be able to look at all of those situations from the past, see where things maybe went awry. And, you know, it could not be other individuals. It could just be like issues, you know, like consternation within yourself. But this King of Pentacles, sort of Capricorn, Earth side of the picture, could be male energy in, or some divine masculine energy that's coming in. This is both energy, right? This is wealth energy. This is manager energy. This is business owner energy. This is let's create something with strong foundations to abundance for the long haul, not for just one and done kind of like, let's do a quick, you know, let's get a quick victory here. Okay, well that seemed to work, so maybe I'll change it this and maybe no, you gotta let it sit and simmer. Okay, let it sit and simmer. Now, energy that's been an issue before, Three of Cups, some sort of block for you. You've been in situations where there's been more than, no, babe, stay up front. Where there's been potentially, come over here. Where there's been, no, you know, she and I are really not, there's been like too many cooks in the kitchen, or you've had like situations where you've ended up feeling like it was third party. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but someone else entered into the picture and you felt like this twosome has now become a threesome and you, me, and he, you know, what we're going to do together. But they were inspirational. These relationships that you've had and these celebrations were inspirational with this Page of Wands, and they really elevated and renewed like some like really invigorated you. And it did, like, you were like, hey, I'm fulfilled and I'm really feeling good about this situation and these people. But then you feel like there was some letdown. What Spirit, I feel like, is trying to get you to see this, and what's going to help you is realizing that it's not always the same, right? Come on, Pumpkin. You gotta get down. There you go. It's not going to always be the same, and you need to take the lessons from before and then move forward into the new way of thinking. Because traditionally on a Six of Swords, you've got 5 swords behind you and 1 sword like sitting at the bow, and it's kind of like guiding you, right? So that's this Ace of Swords, the singular Ace of Swords energy. She really did kind of like muddy the waters, didn't she? This Ace of Swords energy, right? And so Spirit is saying, listen, it might not be the same players, but when you have people that are coming into your life to work together, let's take the lessons from before and then apply them to now so that you can move forward in peace. So I would communicate a lot with these new partners that are coming in. Queen of Pentacles, there's a lot of earth energy, so I feel like there's a lot of grounding. This could be Virgo again, or it could be Capricorn or Taurus, or a maternal figure, or a woman, a very strong woman coming into play that's going to help guide you and going to really help work with you. Okay, they're going to be there to work with you. They're going to be there to kind of help you understand your sovereignty. And goddess, this could be you as well. You know, we got the King and the Queen of Pentacles. This is you really owning this time around. Like you really saying, I am this boss, blah, 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 right? I have these ambitions and I have these desires and I know that this is the life I wish to create. Working through this overwhelming energy or feelings of it not being perfect the right time at the first time and not being fully laid out and whatever. Listen, put it down, lay it out and let it grow. And Ten of Wands for me is saying this. It's time for you to own it. It's time for you to not put off these issues that you've had with other people potentially, or working with others, or when things failed. Stop putting it outside of you and go within. Again, all I keep hearing is constant change doesn't bring constant harvest. Constant change just brings constant change. You never get an opportunity to see what's really going to take root and grow when you're constantly changing. And you might feel like you're taking sovereignty, but you're really not. What you're really doing is you're giving your power over to the whims and wishes of an algorithm, or what somebody on this video said, or what somebody said to you over the phone and all of this. Like, you're not owning your own stuff when you're constantly changing and not letting one thing sit and grow. Outcome or advice, this King of Wands, listen, own your ambition. Own it, love it, sit in it, create in it. Just let it propel you. And you can find a little like Page of Wands ways within it as you're allowing this to unfold for you to continue to be very inspired. The Magician, this is the way you're going to create. This is the way you're the alchemist. You have got to sit for a second. You can add a few spices here and there, add a couple of herbs, throw a couple of crystals in there, whatever. But when you're doing your alchemy, remember there is one main goal. Stay at that frequency, even if you've got to do a couple twists and turns. Three of Pentacles, the partnerships are coming in, the money begins to come in, the collaborations begin to come in, and then at the end of this all, you are so assured, you're feeling really, really good because you're stepping into your sovereignty. You're like, this is my big idea, and I love it. So own it, love it, be it. All right, Scorpio, thank you so much for being here with me. Gemini sitting here just co-signing on this whole thing. Listen, don't forget, I want you to go down in the description box below. There's a link to the Unleash Your Divine page where you can go register on heartofinspiration.net. Go register today. Space is limited. Get there, get your ticket, $222, and I also have a payment plan. So listen, this is going to unleash all of this. This is going to set you into motion that you can own it and live that divine life. Also, if you are ready to go and step into your purpose in the way of like spiritual counseling or kind of spiritual life coaching, energy healing practitioner, there's a Linktree link down below, and I want you to click there and book 15 minutes with me. Let's see where you're at. Let's see where you're at on your journey, and let's see if it makes sense for you to come into Lightworker Academy. It is expanding. We are doing amazing work there, and I want you to be a part of it because we need you as a healer. We need you as a light worker. We need you as a counselor to help guide people out of their shadow and transform themselves into their complete light. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you so much. Namaste. Bye, guys.